which was somewhat surprisingly
Breeze.
a pick on Breeze. So
Yeah.
didn't go for the bind, which is kind of what I was anticipating from this squad. They lean towards Breeze, and neither team has played it so far here in the AVL. So the questions now come up of what in the hell are they going to be running?
Yeah, obviously we've seen some great variations so far in the AVL. We'll be diving right in to find out what they prepared here in the offseason on either side.
Which is kind of what I was anticipating from
player
this squad.
and maybe a chain.
They lean towards Breeze, and neither team has played so far in the AVL.
I have been waiting for a day like this ever since Valorant has launched. Obviously, we've seen some Yoru enjoyer boys will be diving right in to find out. Not only did Afreeca show us a masterclass, Izu and Keiko are jumping up to the plate.
Well, things are about to get interesting. They already were, but we're going to get even more interesting here. Yoru v Yoru, a double duelist set up from the side of T1. Liquid, we get our first look of Nats back over onto the Cypher here during AVL.
Try to strike into a site. Now they will be starting on the defensive side, so it will take us a little time before we can find out. But some very big differences. Sure, you're on both sides, but
banget sih, kenapa sih bangsat? Nah, ya Allah, percepat 0,1. Gak ada sing gawe wifi ini asu. Kecepatan wifi ini untuk siji 0,1. Mana bangsat. Oh, sepi.
work with just keep cutting up the map into smaller pieces, one angle at a time, apply pressure in mid. A good counter dart here coming out from Enzo Silva, stops the push. But then they had Rossi waiting for the push out as well. I mean, initially they were all waiting for a potential push out of mid or a main. Rossi holds true, at least he gets that information across. Carpe still able to hold the fort in mid, and a good pistol round here for T1.
All right, well, a solid enough beginning. Now we could be picking up that Marshall. Sheriff in the hands of Keiko, but that's the lion's share of the firepower that's available for the side of Team Liquid. First shot from Yampi. He'll be going a little bit wide. Easter in the meantime. Marshall of his own does find Keiko, taking him down and helping to escort them forward onto this A site where all the remaining players from Team Liquid are waiting. Push forward, push out through the wall. Side player quickly able to deal with Enzo. Izu gets himself a second kill as Mystic will fall. Saya, shoulder to shoulder there with Yampi, will end up dying, but still comes in. Vandal will be recovered, and T1 will move up now 2-0.
So, one thing's for certain, right? T1, they want to utilize this double controller to constantly put pressure on both sides of the map. They're not using it to always cut up one site into smaller pieces, but this way they can always apply pressure initially with a toxic screen, at least tie up one member, deny Team Liquid from being able to go for these Gambo stacks on this large map, and then, try for these slow entries with the high tide, with the cascade. If it doesn't work out, you still got the toxic screen on the other side. Oh, and that off.
Okay. Operator in on the attacking side in round 3. Side player
Team Liquid
drifts across to the far side of this poison cloud.
Now, Rossi was spotted with the 0 point right from the get-go on elbow, and that draws Team Liquid to push out, see if it's going to be a heavy B stack or not.
Master now just situated in and amongst all of his little gadgets. Quick clear on that drone so that Keiko can stay sat in his position. Izu, though, able to find Yampi. Extra taking down Mystic. Lose out just one player here on this entry. Now they find themselves with a very hefty advantage. Rossi with the long wraparound going beach side. About to make contact here against Keiko, who spots him first. Gets the headshot. Now a 2v3. The spike gets planted.
Yeah, but the positioning here coming out from Carpe, if he gets one kill, he'll have Hunter's Fury just to buy time. That'll allow Excurit to hold the line with the operator. They have a good inkling because they haven't seen him exit just yet.
That's the dart. Carpe gets on the opposite side.
The timing!
Excurit, he pulls off the angle right as he would have spotted him. And Carpe cannot win the fight. Enzo standing tall. Doesn't even really take any damage somehow. The shot's not connecting. Excurit gets Nats through the wall, but now that operator is going to be carried over into round 4 in Team Liquid's hands as they will stop Team 1 from converting the bonus.
Yeah, so Team Liquid made that early call to push out of mid to check, is it going to be any mid presence? How many people do we think are on B? But that way they also commit to the fact that A's just going to be a retake. They take some early damage through the doors. Coming out to mid here, Izu with some clean shots alongside Excurit. But at the end of the day, that early decision allows him to still be able to set up against this post plant, go for the retake, keep 3 rifles alive, even get that operator as an upgrade.
Well, 2-1. The score here, obviously no operator going to be possible now for T1.
Well, Hunter's Fury online though. This could just be a quick send if they so choose.
Toxin screen down.
Well aware of that potential 0 point.
Carpe in position, thinking about going here for the drone. Bite to buy some more time. Ball now going to be going up. Drone leading out. Another snake bite to try and delay. Side player dashes forward, only takes a little bit of damage, and there's going to be the flash. Swing in, but the counter flash is good, but Izu teleporting in behind, catching them off guard. Pop flashes through the wall. Yampi Power still able to find the kill. Side player going to be taken down by Nats.
Excurit all alone on the pyramid.
High tide falling down, but Excurit able to find 2 quick kills.
Spike down A.
Suddenly, end zone Keiko versus Carpe and Rossi. Keiko still trying to arrive. So taking a bit of damage. Shock dart sent out. Does it get the hit? Yes, it does.
Ooh.
Whittling him down to 31 HP. Spike now planted.
They haven't seen this Yoru, so they know that it's coming around slowly. Got Carpe watching the back at the same time.
Oh, there it is. Keiko swinging out. Carpe trying to find an angle. Ends up falling. Now it's all on Rossi. Has the bites to try and delay. Got the spot onto one. The push forward. Takes out Enzo. Now sets up the try. Delay the potential defuse.
I love the early snake bite just to buy time. That gives him a little bit more to work with in terms of mind games here.
Keiko maybe realizing that he's got to get a move on. Swinging around the side. Shorty in hand, but the distance is not good for him, and this round is over. Would love to hold on to the operator, but Rossi will not allow it. Gets the headshot. A great clutch here for him. His T1 will now move up 3-1, and the op can be handed right back over into side player.
Good recovery from T1. It looked like it could have been a bit dicey after that pop flash out from Izu. Not able to connect into a kill. Good entry initially, but Yampi just gets the flash first. He's a little bit too far forward. Doesn't get hit fully by that blind side. Excurit stabilizes though, and that's all they needed to be able to wrap up the post plant on the side of T1. And the big question is from Team Liquid is at some point after this eco round, you got to start to change up your Cypher setups because T1 is just absolutely ignoring it on the B side.
More of a defensive hold here, expecting that aggression to come through into A main, and aggression indeed is seen. Ultimately, though, they will start backpedaling away, just leaving Keiko forward. It's got the exit strategy of that gate crash, and Carpe wants to try to flush him out here with that drone. Over the top, getting the reveal, we'll just force him back.
Yeah, they even follow him all the way through on the dart. Keiko doesn't want to get caught by an early swing. So that's the A main push ruined from Team Liquid. They're continuing to stay grouped up, but T1 has an idea that they're somewhere on the A side, right? I mean, the gate crash even coming out next to the pyramids. So T1 just waiting to see if there's any re-aggression. They've already given up mid-control. They want to just stay together. Don't give away these free rifle upgrades once the skirmish happens.
All 5 now. gathered here,
I suggest you move.
ready to push forward. Even though they're playing in against weaker weaponry, we will see that Reckoning invested from Execure. Just wants a nice and breezy push forward here onto the site. A little bit of spam damage off the Classic. We'll find Side player watching her in the back, and Execure it. Uncharacteristic whiff. And so, however, in the meantime, going to be taken down. Cybercage push forward. Everyone just rushing them up as close as they can get, but Keiko is spotted for a brief little moment, ends up falling. Mystic will get the headshot, Carpe taken down.
I mean, you saw more members here. Yeah, T1 correctly backing off out of it, trying to hold different angles now from backside.
Oh, and Execure as well. Taken low. Just has to play back, and from here, Liquid do recover a gun. See that in the hands of Nats. The other two could just wait and sacrifice to the spike.
Oh, Easy wants that dimensional drift. One way or the other, he's gonna go for it.
He's going for it, but he's only got the Guardian hand, so the spam is not gonna be that strong. Missing at 3 HP. Can just go ahead, die to the spike, gets gifted. Additional little bit of ult charge. T1 will be able to win out the round, but they lose 2 players.
So Izu will get the dimensional drift, but dies to Mystic, which allows him to get his pit up as well. So curious to see if T1 just hold on to that Your Ultimate as a counter. Of course, Team Liquid have their full stack of ultimates, quite frankly, ready to fight back. Now, this toxic screen that Rossi continues to put up on the B side, this is why Nats can't give up the setup, right? I mean, they're still trying to stack A. That they know that's where T1's been pressuring. They're just relying, okay, if that toxic screen is there, we have our trap wires as well. That's how we'll combat it. But that also lets T1 know, okay, there aren't going to be any traps on the A side. We haven't seen that variation come out just yet.
Now Orb here in mid. Keiko sprinting forward with a dimensional drift, and now Hunter's Fury coming through, just scouting for him, and Execure gets taken down. Side player, however, pinches in from double doors, manages to get the trade. Go right back over now onto that B site. Izu in deep, but cannot get the shots. Ends up falling down. Spike now starting to drift over towards Shop, but as the reveal comes through, not too much information as far as where the spike is going to be. But Rossi, looks like everybody wants to just pile in on top of him and make sure that he cannot survive.
Yep, I like it.
Then again, that they overstep, finds one.
This is a lot of time, Bond!
Gets himself a second kill, but Mystic will be able to strike him down. Carpe now all on his lonesome, spotted. That 0 point does connect. Gets the kill onto Yampi, however, now Mystic sprinting forward. Has Carpe heard the first steps? It looks like he has. Relocates, gets himself situated up on top of stairs. The drone coming through. Mystic going for the pit. The dart connects, and that's going to delay him. And this pit does not get him to the spike.
Yeah, I mean, this is a bit of a panic pit just to try to get into the site, but Mystic.
He drops it.
Not much time.
Not much time at all. Up over the top. Still finds the shots, and he should be able to get the defuse.
Man, gets there in time. I mean, Carpe, he goes for the drone to try to delay him. It forces the pit out, sure, but that also gives away his position entirely, and Mystic, well prepared, instantly drops the pit for that recovery and will bring home that second round.
A little over-eager in the clutch position perhaps there from Carpe. Could have just sat back, still was holding on to shock darts to try and clear off a potential defuse. I mean, great heroics from Rossi to make this as even as it was. But in the end, Mystic, yeah, ult going to be kind of burnt there, but ultimately still does win the round for them, so Liquid get their second on the board.
Now, you want to think long-term for T1. Sure, you've made them basically burn through all of their ultimates. You have a couple of your big ones coming up online soon, so you can try to get that momentum back economically.
Okay, Mask goes on. Dimensional drift now out from Izu. Scouting around the site. So Rossi looks to hold any flanks. He's coming down. They know they're right in the middle. And Enzo still gets a kill on a Saya player. Trading back a bit of martyrdom from him after he goes down. Yampi now just holding the line. Comes up with 2. Spike.
Astagfirullahaladzim, Messi goblok, apaan sih? Apa sih kecepatan 1,1? Serius sangat, cuk. Sumpah ya, tolong banget. Kenapa sih ya? Ini 0,1.
Sakit tenggorokan? Jangan sembarangan minum obat. Semprot dulu Cooling 5.
That's around the corner. Ball going up. It's off of that camera, but that Hunter's Fury shot is found, and Carpe able to take him down. Kicking over, finding Izu on the entry. Enzo as well getting involved as Curate and Saya player will fall. The second here for Liquid's Yoru. Carpe and Rossi now sprinting in the opposite direction. He inch forward. Rossi will find that the site is going to be empty.
Kenapa lagi sih? Oh, pasti kecepatan 0,1 loh ya. Kecepatan wifi-nya loh.
Now striking, finds one, Carpe dragging across, gets Mystic, the bite comes through, Enzo will be able to find the kill, but Carpe will pick up a third. keeping T1 now firmly in the lead, 6-3.
And let's give credit where credit is due. Rossi is running laps around Team Liquid. That lurk is coming into play. So many rounds that Team Liquid, in theory, should have won. Rossi just opens up the other side on such a crucial timing, secures and clears the entire site.
Gorgeously done. I mean, yeah, things getting well scrappier than T1 would have anticipated. Great stuff there from Keiko with that Guardian in hand to find those 2 kills and shut down the push, but surrendering all of that space and not necessarily having a great read on what T1 was going to be doing going into this round. Ends up costing them. You can see major change-ups here as just the one trap wire situated here on B, and Mystic to try to hold the line.
Yeah, they don't want to over-invest here with that half buy. Eventually that second trap wire comes out on A cave just so they can empty it. This is allowing Team Liquid to try to rotate faster, but I think the sentry is going to be a little bit earlier than they expected.
Yep, trap wire not going to catch Saya player. It's set up above him. Meantime, Mystic, he did clear out that gate crash, so they're just kind of walking in vanilla, but now he will fall. Excurate able to find the kill. Mizu low on HP. Excurate as well, tagged down to 50. Keiko lurking on the side of the wall. It drops. He gets the kill onto one. Carpe going to be interrupted on that spike plant. Now Enzo opening up with that Hunter's Fury, looking for the target. Saya player somehow redraws his weapon out and takes down Nats over a tunnel.
Still got Rossi holding the back as well.
Happy he will be able to get the hip fire shot to take him low.
Everyone's so low.
Enzo, he's a Bulldog, needs a couple shots. Can he find him? Spots one. Poison orb set up. Rossi, 3 swings. Man's bold as all hell, and then he goes right back in for it once more. And wins the round, 7-3. T1 now on a 3-round win streak.
Yeah, and just the way that Rossi was peeking back and forth, it sets up time for Excurate to wrap around as well out of his own high tide. He wide swings at the very end to secure enough time, gets the kill for himself, the cherry on top. And now 2 rounds in a row.
Where all should have never happened.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, some kind of crucial shots here coming out from Saya as well. But at the end of the day, the 2 rounds in a row focusing on B, that puts Team Liquid back into a little bit of confusion. I mean, you can see the setup's late here for Nats as well.
Starting to get everything going now on that A site. The elbow creep up there. Rossi just around the corner of the box. But just wait and see if he can get the pixel out of place. Put forward, up into the smokes. Yampi and Nats finding one apiece out here in mid. Rossi now swinging in, puts some damage down. Manages to find 2. Bringing this back within a winnable position in the meantime. It's Carpe and Excurate getting the plant down on the A site.
It's a good read from Team Liquid on that mid presence.
Nearby, drone going out, but Carpe finding Nats now, bringing it into a 2v2. They know where the Sova's at. Still need to try to suss out Mystic's position though. Util's completely gone for T1.
My tie just comes up, but he doesn't have time to use it.
The timing. Excurate, seeing that dart coming through, managing to find one. Mystic roughly aware of his position, but Excurate just still decides to swing and challenge. He takes it down, 8-3. T1 on an absolute stomp right now.
And once again, it's Rossi's kills that just give them that breathing room, right? If Rossi doesn't get the spray down double here in mid with the Phantom, I mean, it's all over. There's too many members alive, too much util available. But that allows them to go for these 1v1 duels, hold different angles on the side of T1. Rossi topping the board right now for that squad with a good round lead.
Pit available here as we go into the final round of the half. Mystic will use that. It's actually just trying to cut off mid. Still access in towards the A site. Gate crash set up all the way back just underneath the bridge.
Okay, so they decide, you know what, the set place coming out from T1, it's not worth fighting. Let's make them use their ultimates, get through. They have their own dimensional drift to try to counter this on the retake.
Campur mulai menengok pas ganti dari terus